All right, welcome to another episode of Two Fight Fans. We talk about all things in combat sports. I'm one fight fan, Colin.
And I'm the other Stuart.
Stu, why the long face, Stu?
Well, Dustin Poirier lost, man. It was very sad.
It was,
Very
but it
sad.
was still a very good fight.
Yes, it's definitely in contention for best fight of the year so far.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
Because there's only one other, and it'd be Josh Van versus Brandon Royval that would compete for it. So yeah, it's top two
yes.
best fight so far.
Yeah, I'd say best fight of the year then.
Mm-hmm. All right,
yeah, it was great.
Well, before we jump into that though, Colin, what fights did you watch this weekend?
I watched the main card of the UFC. I watched a few of the prelims, which also kind of sucked. And I watched. I happened to watch the final knockout of Usyk and Dubois.
Nice.
So that was cool to see.
Any of the Pacquiao Barrios card?
Nope. Which I heard the result of, and that's pretty disappointing.
Yeah. All right. Well, where should we start, Colin?
Do you want to get the boxing out of the way first, or?
Sure. Usyk Dubois. Colin, when you saw Usyk Dubois, how happy were you?
I was happy that Usyk became the undisputed heavyweight champion again, because I didn't think he should have been stripped at all. So it was nice to see him unify everything again and be the undisputed and deservedly so heavyweight champion of the world. And I only saw that last round, so I didn't see if he what
Good
other
Lord.
damage he did. So I just tuned in at the last bit. Yeah. And I thought I was going to miss the fight.
Mozart-esque. A truly fantastic fight. Yes. Lead hand control the whole time. Level changes constantly.
Nice.
He was in control the absolute second to second the entire time. It's a masterclass by Usyk against Dubois, and shows that the first fight, like I said, was a fluke. And so Usyk has now beaten Dubois, Anthony Joshua twice, Tyson Fury twice. He is the greatest heavyweight of this generation, with a bullet, and top 5 best heavyweights all time. He's fucking phenomenal, and he looked better in this fight than he did the last fight against Tyson, which means we might get 3 or 4 more Usyk fights, which, Colin, that's fucking caviar to me. That's delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Let's eat it up. So
if we
good.
Get that would be great. But
yeah,
are we going to get that? Does he have plans of retiring soon?
Stop putting a witch's hex on this shit. No, he's fine. He's doing good. He's making money. Let's get him in there.
Okay, yeah. I thought he said after the last Fury fight that he was thinking about retiring soon. He only had a few more fights in him.
Yeah, a few. A few could be 5. It could be 10. It could be however many we want it to be. No, yeah, we probably won't get that many more Usyk fights, but that's why it's more important that we watch them than ever, and not just the highlights, Colin.
Yes.
Watching them in their entirety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you hear me, Colin?
I do.
Do you hear me? Really, let's watch them. Very good fight overall.
Good.
Let's get to these UFC card then. Colin, I've got multiple questions for you.
Oh, great. All right.
And we're going to go as the night progressed.
Okay.
Making all of our listeners wait till the very end until we talk about the one fight that they're actually interested in.
All right.
Number 1, what explains why Michael Johnson beat Daniel Zellhuber despite being a 5-1 underdog?
Are you asking me how did he do it?
No, I'm asking you why. How why? Explain. If somebody were to look back on this and go, the odds were so different.
Yeah.
What did the odds makers not see that they should have seen?
Well, I think they were hyping up Zellhuber as this young prospect, and Michael Johnson being old and washed, and Michael Johnson showed that every now and then the old washed veteran can teach the young upstarts a thing or two. And it's like you said when we were texting, Daniel Zellhuber, not very good. You know,
Yeah,
his
not good
first
at
fight,
all.
the fight that we saw in the Sphere, maybe was just a flash in the pan, but it looked like it took him 2.5 rounds to figure out, hey, he was in a fight and like what is going on, because he got tagged multiple times by a slower Michael Johnson and dropped, I think, every round, maybe the first 2 rounds.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know how many times he was dropped.
I
I'm gonna push back on the Sphere was a flash in the pan, because in the Sphere, what did he do? Just mostly throw kicks and a 1-2. And that's basically all he did in this fight, too.
Yeah.
He just threw a shitload of rear leg roundhouse high kicks and 1-2s.
Yep.
You can't just do that. That's some strip mall martial arts, man. You gotta you gotta actually mix up those combinations. You
Yeah,
can't just do
yeah.
that shit. And Michael Johnson, too crafty. He knocked out Dustin Poirier. He knocked out Tony Ferguson. You can't you're not gonna pull that shit on Michael Johnson. So, Daniel's
I mean,
over.
he did that a while ago too, so I think it's
That's
fair
true.
that, I mean, we counted him out. We were both like, this is a glue factory fight if we've ever seen one.
That's true. He was old, and Daniel Zohar, I gotta say though, looked huge and athletic compared to Michael Johnson.
Yeah, he looks so tall. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, who would not count on the glue factory scoring up another win against an old horse like Michael Johnson? You know?
Yeah.
And good for Michael Johnson. But in explaining why Michael Johnson was unable to execute, or Daniel Zohar was unable to execute Michael Johnson, you go, oh yeah, he's got one tool.
Yep.
One tool against a crafty veteran. Not very good. Not very good. But what explains Kevin Holland versus Daniel Rodriguez, Colin? Explain that shit to me, because I'm baffled by it.
You're just gonna skip over Pitbull and Danny Ige?
We're gonna get to that one in a minute.
Okay.
Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez. Explain that shit to me, because I still am a little baffled by it.
I am too, and I guess I got to put a little bit more respect on Daniel Rodriguez for his punching power or something. I don't know, because it was like, I fully expected Kevin Holland to just like kind of style on Daniel Rodriguez, to use his length, to use his athleticism, like all the areas that he has the advantage in. And my man did none of them until the very end when he dropped Daniel Rodriguez, and then like couldn't get the finish because he blew his whole gas tank in that one attempt, and then almost got finished again himself because he got mounted at the end. I was like, what the hell? So, I mean, this is also like classic Kevin Holland. Like, he'll go on like a 2-fight win streak, and he'll be like entertaining and do all like the crazy weird antics and like hit with weird random strikes from weird random angles, and then just like go into a fight and like not do any of that and fall back down to the rankings. Like, it's just this weird ping-ponging thing. And we've talked about this before too, of how he's just kind of like, oh, I just fight to fight. I'm just going to fight as much as I can, collect as many paychecks as I can. And, I don't really care about rankings. I don't really care about moving up the ladder and whatnot. I just want to fight. So I was like, okay, I guess that is what you showed. Like, you just got into a fight and like didn't really have any game plan for it.
Yeah, he just looked bad. And the thing that struck me the most was like his defense looked really bad.
Like, yeah, he didn't have any.
Yeah, he threw his offense, then he was like, then I'll leave my chin right here. Oh shit, it got hit. It kind of made me write off Kevin Holland as anyone to watch anymore.
To watch
I've
ever
been kind
again?
of toying with like, ooh, Kevin Holland's on a card, that's fun. Ooh, Kevin Holland, maybe he'll break into the top 15. Ooh, I'll see.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, you got clipped constantly in this fight.
Oh yeah.
From like the slowest motherfucker on earth just throwing overhands.
Yep.
Not interested. Not interested. Kind of baffling. Man.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland, not good. Daniel Rodriguez, not good. Whatever. All right. we got to get to this Danny Gay Pitbull fight. Colin,
Yeah,
defend with your life. Why did you pick Danny Gay to win this fight?
because I had not been impressed by Patricio Pitbull.
And by the end of this, were you impressed?
A little, but not.
So, if you weren't impressed by Pitbull, why were you impressed by Danny Gay?
I wasn't impressed with Danny Gay. This is the third time my man has just like done nothing, and the fact that I've like thrown my weight behind him. So I don't know. I like Danny Gay as a person. I don't think I can.
Why?
Bet on him as I just like that he stepped up that time, and really like on short notice. I really like that. I appreciate
a short notice fight, and you were like, "This is my guy."
Yes, this is
You know
I
how many
like him.
Dana White Contender Series motherfuckers take short notice fights, Colin?
I'm not talking. I'm talking about like at the highest level here.
Well, that's interesting too, because it's like,
But here's
did
the thing.
Patricio Pitbull have a better showing against Danny Gay than Diego Lopez had against Danny Gay?
Okay, here's the thing. Diego Lopez dominated Danny Gay for 2 of the 3 rounds, and then the last one gassed himself out as well. So his last round did not look good against Danny Gay.
Yeah.
Patricio Pitbull controlled the whole fight, but did not dominate as much as Diego Lopez did in the first 2 rounds.
Sure.
And that being said, we've talked about Pitbull being like the best non-UFC fighter to now enter the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also entering in the most competitive division with featherweight. So
and nearly 40.
I don't see him winning the championship at featherweight here. I don't see. Do you see him being Volk?
No.
Okay.
Of course not. But motherfucker, he beat a top 10 featherweight.
Yeah.
At nearly 40.
Yeah.
Which either begs the question of, should Dan Ige be a top 10? Or is Patricio that good? Because what I saw was that Dan Ige shouldn't be a top 10 and Patricio is not that good. Yeah, I went, both of them should be knocked down a peg.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then looking at Dan Ige's silly mustache, I was like, Colin, you gotta defend this guy. Because you've been riding so high on him and he's been sucking ass recently.
Yeah, he's did not. I've been trying to find an argument for it, but yeah, I got nothing. He is not. Yeah. He is not.
So what do we do with each of them? What do we do with Danny Gay? What do we do with Patricio?
Oh God, I think Danny Gay is just going to be gatekeeper status, like maybe 11, like ranks 11 through 15. Anyone who wants to break into the top 10 has to get through Danny Gay, and if they can,
should we rematch Bryce Mitchell? Maybe a rematch Bryce Mitchell? Do we like that?
Sure. Will I watch it? Probably not.
Probably not. So what do we do with Danny Gay?
I don't know. I mean, you can just park him there, and any up and comer, any rising talent in the featherweight division.
Yeah, and let him get killed by like real talent. You don't seem to like Danny Gay too much. If you want him to just be parked in a position to get killed.
Well, do you see him beating anyone in the top 10?
No, I think he should definitely retire and teach a Zumba class.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, man, that's kind of what you got to do at this point. What about Pitbull?
Yeah, Pitbull is interesting. I don't know. I mean, most of these guys in the top 10 are like killers right now, so
yeah, let him get killed then. I say Josh Emmett, right? Josh.
Oh, wow, okay.
Let him get killed.
Okay. You really don't want to like give him a shot here.
Well, no, I like Pitbull. Yeah. I like him a lot. I like him more than you, motherfucker. I knew about his career before you did.
I know. That's why I was thinking, like, if you want to helpfully, like, continue to build his profile or anything, build his popularity, give him, like, Brian Ortega.
No, because Brian Ortega, I think, has a... No, let's get him in there with someone who can fucking throw leather and who might have a chance at finally going up in ranks, which is Josh Emmett.
Okay.
So let's do Josh Emmett. Let's get him in there, and like either he can crack with Josh Emmett or he can't. And if he can't, then you go to a gatekeeper position or you get out of there. So Josh Emmett, Pitbull. Yeah, but I wanted to call that out because I know you won the betting that night, but I called that Danny Gay Pitbull fight, and I was so certain. I was like, I'm absolutely certain about this fucking fight.
Yeah.
All right, we got to talk about one other fight before we get to the real juicy cakes.
Juicy cakes.
Paulo Costa, Roman Kopylov. I mean, what the fuck was this fight, Colin?
Look, I think Roman Kopylov was just maybe he was a little green. Yeah, he did not look good, but Paulo Costa looked
so bad.
Better. Paulo Costa looked better than he's looked before, so.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Roman Kopylov didn't throw jack shit. And then Paulo Costa still looked like a man hesitant to fight a heavy bag. Like, he looked good when he threw punches against the heavy bag.
Yeah.
But he didn't look good against the heavy bag, right?
I think relative to what he's looked like before, he looked better.
Holy shit, no, hold on. He nearly beat Robert Whittaker.
I mean, recently. I'm not talking about, like,
that was 2 fights ago.
What? No, that wasn't.
Yeah, he fought Robert Whittaker, then Sean Strickland, then Roman Kopylov.
No way.
Yes way.
I'm looking this up.
Look that shit up, right? Robert
he did.
Hates to be pressured, and he hates to have combinations thrown at him, and that's why he looks so bad against Sean Strickland. Because Sean Strickland went forward, threw jabs and teeps. Roman Kopylov threw one punch at a time and then retreated like a scared little boy. Robert Whittaker loves to throw 1 or 2 strikes, like dart in, dart out, and that's why Paulo Costa looked better against him, because it was like hey, I know how to deal with 1 punch or 2 punches at a time. And then against Roman Kopylov, it was like no punches at a time. Easy. I'll just throw a kick or I'll throw a punch. But, like, did you notice Paulo Costa didn't throw more than 2 or 3 strikes in a row at any point, and more likely only threw 1 strike in a row? Like, but he looked like dog. I mean, he beat Roman Kopylov easily, but he looked like dog shit doing it. Would you pick him against Dricus du Plessis, Robert Whittaker, Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland? Fuck no.
No.
He looked so bad.
But you mentioned something like, did he throw more than 2 or 3 punches? Aside from a handful of middleweights, do any of them do that?
I mean, earlier in the night, if you watched the prelims, Marvin Vettori and Brendan Allen, they were throwing 4 to 5 punch combinations. And I would go, Marvin Vettori already beat Paulo Costa. I would pick Brendan Allen to beat Paulo Costa.
Like, all right.
Dude, Paulo Costa is damaged goods and isn't worthwhile talking about. Like,
damn.
He can't beat anyone in the top 10 at middleweight. And middleweight fucking sucks.
Yeah.
He can't beat anyone in the top 10. That's my assertion. He's not good. He looked bad. Because here's the thing. Roman Kopylov acted like a heavy bag. And if you get tired and bruised beating up a heavy bag, you're not good. You suck at fighting. And that's what happened to Paulo Costa. So, like, fuck it. No, he sucks. This fight was bad. No. Very, very bad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Bad. All right. Now we come to the real fight, Colin. The real fight that we all want to talk about. What do you want to say about Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier?
First of all, I thought this was a great fight. And we were texting back and forth. Remind me again, what was your final scorecard?
I had 48-47, so 3 rounds to 2, Max Holloway.
So you gave the second round and 4th round to Dustin, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I gave only the second round to Dustin. And that was really
crazy.
No, man. Like, and even the second round was like, okay,
hold on. The second round, Dustin Poirier dropped him, and then
Max also dropped
landing. No, he didn't drop him in the second round.
Yeah, he did.
He got him wobbled, I
Yeah.
mean, all the
Okay.
way on your ass, and then Dustin in the second round followed up with elbows in the clinch. Not elbows in the clinch, elbows in the guard, right?
Mhm.
Like, Max Holloway's back was on the mat. That never happened to Dustin.
Mhm.
So he at least won the second round. I mean, the second round with a fucking bullet.
Mhm.
And then the fourth round, he wobbled Max, where Max, like, sunk all the way almost to his ass and then popped back up. Which, like, credit to Dustin. Dustin's a champ. I love Dustin. Or not Dustin, Max. Right? Max sunk all the way to his ass in the fourth round, popped back up, looked great. But, dude, Dustin Poirier knocked Max Holloway down, fully down, like almost flat on his back in the second round. And then in the fourth round, almost to his back. Both times, if this was a boxing match, which I know this is not what we're talking about, but if
Yeah.
it was a boxing match, they would have been knockdowns,
Mhm.
right? And I still scored it for Max. I thought 1, 3, and 5 he won, clearly. But Dustin Poirier, like, I think second and fourth are pretty, especially the second round, are pretty, like, indefensible rounds for
I don't
anyone
know.
other than Dustin.
I don't know. I mean, I gave the second round to Dustin because of how he finished the round, especially. But I
He
do give.
knocked Max Holloway down to his ass. When he punched him, Max Holloway's ass cheeks touched the ground.
Okay, first of all,
How
he
can that
stumbled
be
down
indefensible?
because he also stumbled Dustin back into the cage
Oh,
and
no,
had
no.
him
Yeah,
stumbling back
Dustin
down.
stumbled. He kind of wobbled and walked backwards. Dustin's ass never touched the ground. There's a difference between, like, going like, ooh, my legs are a little shaky, and my whole body fell butt cheeks to the ground. That's true. You know that.
Okay. Okay, but
You've
then
hold
the
on.
same
You've
thing can be
been
said then
rocked.
in the
You've
fourth
been rocked
round.
to the body. You've been rocked to the head.
Mhm.
When does your ass cheeks touch the ground, Colin? It's only when you've been fully rocked. It's never
Mhm.
like, ooh, I'm just gonna take a little sit down. That's not how it works.
Okay. Okay, but by that same argument then, Max was also rocked like that in the fourth round, but didn't go all the way down either. He also stood
No, no,
back up.
that's true. The fourth round, he was not all the way down, but at
Sure.
least the second round he was. But also the fourth round, come now.
I mean,
Dustin won that round.
Max outlanded Dustin 44-22. He doubled the amount of strikes landed.
Great. A bunch of jabs versus big hooks and big crosses. Come on. We know. Come on.
All
Come
right. I
on.
mean,
Come on.
I had it 4-1. So,
I had it 3-2. Either way, we both agree Max won that fight.
yes.
Talk to me about the great things Max did in this fight.
Max, first of all, looked a lot bigger and stronger than he
Yeah?
has in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the things that we had talked about of like, okay, he's become more of a sniper. He doesn't throw as many combinations. Now he doesn't throw the combinations that he used to when he was like 25 at the height of his power, but he was still mixing it up. He was throwing, 3, 4 strike combinations, mixing up levels, going to the body, picking different targets. He looked great. I think he looked really, really good.
Yeah. And I think one of the big things is his body kicking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah. Yeah.
his kicking game keeps getting better because, like we said, his punching, he used to fight as like a swarmer, 6 to 8 punch combinations,
Mhm.
and he would just pour on that aggression. And now it's much more reserved. 2 to 4 strikes at a time, but a lot of them involve kicking and striking to the body.
Yeah.
Kicking to the body, jabbing to the body, crosses to the body. He
Mhm.
really, dude, his kicking game was phenomenal, striking Dustin constantly in the body, which is when you look back at his previous fight against Dustin, defense and was able to deflect a ton of it. But going constantly to the ribs, constantly to the body, Dude, I think he really slowed down Dustin Poirier. He
Yeah.
looked
Yeah, for
great.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing
I
with
gotta
you.
say also, Dustin getting knocked down in the first round and the third round,
Yeah.
Dustin chin a little bit gone.
Yeah.
Maybe Max is hitting harder, but like Dustin took full power shots from Conor McGregor and Justin Gaethje and didn't get wobbled.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
And then he took it against Max Holloway, and Max Holloway's never been known as like a one-punch knockout fighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, man, Dustin. And Dustin's 36? He's old. He's
Yeah.
older, right?
He's been
Like,
and he's been in a lot of firefights. He's been
yeah,
fighting for a long time.
yeah,
So like it was only a matter of time until this happened.
yeah. So anyway, it was like, dude, it was a great fight. It was a
Yeah. Yeah.
great
Yeah. Yeah.
fight. And Max showed, like, again, I'm interested to see Max against Charles Oliveira, against Arman Tsarukyan, because Max used to be a swarming boxer who barely kicked. Go back to
Mhm.
the Jose Aldo fights. He
Oh
barely
yeah.
kicked. Right? Like, and now his primary strike is kicking.
Mhm.
Kicking to the body, kicking to the leg, kicking to the head.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he is much more of a sniper puncher than he is a swarmer. Like we had talked about before. And this really showed it. And like, man, it was a bummer to watch. Dustin Poirier not evolve in the same manner and kind of get caught up on that and go, I'm not as good. And like, I wanted Dustin to win. I still scored it 3-2 to Max, but like, fuck, man. You kind of look at it and go, like, if there were just a few adjustments by Dustin, he might have won. But Max could have easily. I mean, I think that's the thing. When they pointed to the ground, or when Max pointed to the ground, and they started slinging, who was the person who clinched up? It was Dustin.
It was
It was
Dustin.
Dustin
Yeah.
going like, fuck, I
Yeah.
can't hang.
But he had been beaten up a lot
Yeah.
more leading up to that. So
I mean, it shows that, like, dude, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, gunslingers of a specific era. Max Holloway, bro, he might be able to point at the ground and sling with all three of them and not clinch up. Like, he might truly be the real gunslinger of this generation.
yeah.
Yeah, good shit, man. Good
Yeah,
shit.
I loved it. And I thought, again, like we said, early contender for fight of the year, I think. And just it just showed but like you said, how much Max's game has evolved, like what he still has, and does he have one more push, or what is he going for? Because this is gonna be, I mean, this is the start. Well, I guess you could say Charles Oliveira's knockout loss was the start of our favorite action fighters in the lightweight division. Like, where do they go to next? Dustin's now gone, which really does make me sad. How many more does Justin Gaethje have? He said he's like if I don't get another title fight, I'm probably gonna retire. Charles Oliveira is kind of in limbo right now, like,
and we gotta say, what a pleasure to, like, I don't know, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway. I remember watching their first fight in 2012.
Yeah.
Live on TV. Like, what a pleasure to watch their entire trilogy play out. Wild.
Yeah.
I've got 4 questions for you.
Oh boy, okay. I've got a question
Number
for you
1.
as well afterwards, so.
Now that you've seen this from Max Holloway, who do you want him to fight next?
Oh god. I mean, we talked about this. I am concerned that he wants to fight Ilya again. I know fighters just always think they can win. They always can take it, but like, dude, Ilya's a fucking freak. Like, I texted that to you, and I don't feel good about Max's chance against Ilya. Even though Max has looked great at lightweight, I don't know. Ilya poses a new type of threat, a new type of monster that I don't want to see another one of my favorite fighters get staunched a second time too. But that fight with Charles Oliveira, that is real interesting to me. It's two of my favorite fighters, two of them who are, kind of cresting the prime of their careers, but both of them still go out and fight entertaining fights. They leave it all on the line. They have great technique, a diverse skill set. Like that, if they fought at the end of the year, that could be another fight of the year contender. And again, it would be another true test of who is like the king of the violent division, the king of the violence fighters, So I would love to see that. Some of these other lightweight fights, though, like I'm not really that thrilled at the idea of Max fighting like Arman Sarukian, because one, Arman is huge, and I think it'll just turn into a wrestling match, and I don't think that suits well for Max, And
but what if it suits well for Arman to prove that he's ready for Ilya?
I mean, I thought he was
think about
ready
it both
to begin
ways, man. Both ways.
I thought he was already ready when he had the number one contender shot, and then he is like, "Nah, I can't fight. I have a neck injury." And now they're like, "Well, now you got to fight again." Like, I do feel kind of bad for Arman, Like I do feel a little bit bad
and like
for him.
Dana's come out really explicit, but like, oh, it's just a weight issue. They claimed it was a neck injury, like it hurt his neck to cut weight, but he was like, it's a weight issue. So it's just the UFC being bitter about a weight cut issue. Okay. All right. That's my first question. The second question. So you want Max against Charles before Ilya. Is that what I understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. What the fuck do we do with Paulo Costa? Who does he fight next?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Is it Israel Adesanya again? Is it Strickland again? Because he's the only people in front of him are Rainier de Ritter, Robert Whittaker, Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland, and the champion, Dricus du Plessis.
Yeah.
So what do we do with him?
Give him Brendan Allen, like you said. Like, I don't know.
Oh, Brendan Allen after this fight. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a dude. If that's the head of an Apex card, that's a nasty boy Apex card, and I might watch it. That's the kind of gross slop that, you know what? Fuck it. I might be into. Maybe I'll get myself like a pan pizza and a fucking like a bunch
whole
of
pan pizza for yourself.
A whole pan pizza and a 12-pack to myself. I'll be so fucking sloshed by the time the fight starts. I'll be like, this is fucking awesome, man. Like, that's the kind of fight that is, right?
There you go, like, man.
That is 6 hot dogs deep. 6 beer into that shit. All right. That's a good call.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So now we've decided the winners. We have to talk about the losers.
Okay.
Dustin Poirier is out of here.
Yep.
The weird man out of this whole situation is Justin Gaethje, right?
Yeah.
Justin Gaethje lost to Max Holloway, but beat Dustin Poirier. Is he gonna get a title shot? Is he not? Who knows? What would be your dream scenario? Scenario? What the fuck pronunciation is that? Scenario. Would you have Justin Gaethje in the lightweight division?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a good question because
we'll figure it out.
Ilya fucking fucked everything up here.
No, he didn't. He showed up and showed that he's the best. And if anyone can't compete with him, go fuck yourself.
No, it's true, but it's just like, God, because he can't just immediately, challenge for the title.
Yeah. Dan Hooker?
I was gonna say Dan Hooker, maybe.
Ooh, that's a dude.
That's a nasty fight too.
That's a nasty fight.
I mean, yeah, and just problem is you have Arman sitting up top there, and while you have all these amazing, entertaining action fighters, Arman is not
Arman, right?
Huh?
It's got to be Patty and Arman, because they're in the top 5. They're two physically largest and the two grapplers, right? Because Armin and Patty both weigh, 180, 190 when they're competing, and they're both grapplers. So you got to put them against each other. It's got to be them, right?
Yeah.
And then Justin fights someone else. I lost you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I was trying to think, like, yeah, I guess so. But like, what is Dan Hooker's like return?
He's
Like,
got to beat Justin Gaethje. He's got to beat Renato Moicano. He has to beat another action fighter. Beneil Dariush. Right, because Beneil Dariush beat Renato Moicano. He has to beat Beneil Dariush. He has to beat... I mean, he hates... Apparently, Hooker hates Saryukian. So, like, maybe...
Wait,
like,
really?
Dude,
why?
yeah. Dude, because I don't know if you know about Hooker. That guy, more than anyone else, is bad about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya has gone on record being like, dude, that guy will get in a fist fight with everyone at any moment in time in New Zealand. Like, he will that guy will throw down. So, like, fuck it. Put Hooker against Paddy Pimblett. Put him against anyone. Like, he's up for it. So, like,
yeah,
let's just do it.
But him and Justin Gaethje, that's
dude,
a nasty
him against
fight.
Justin Gaethje is nasty.
Yeah,
that's a nasty fight. Yeah. Ugh. Or him against... Dude, if Charles doesn't want to fight, maybe Charles wants to fight Justin Gaethje again. Dan Hooker as a BMF title challenger against Max Holloway. Yeah, dude.
That would be good too.
Because Dan Hooker is clearly credible to be a BMF title challenger. Like, holy shit. All right, last one.
That is what, just so you know, that is what Dustin Poirier said. Like a 4-person, 1-night BMF tournament with him, Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway, and Dan Hooker. Like, that would have been so wild.
Well, dude,
it would never been sanctioned.
If Max Holloway beats Dan Hooker and Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier, I mean, he is the BMF. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Last question. We're going to go to a sad place, Colin.
Okay.
We're in welterweight now. Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with this motherfucker? Who does he fight next?
I mean...
do we cut him?
Cut him? I mean...
Or do we just set him as the top 15 gatekeeper?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it right there, you know?
So we park him at number 15 and we just wait until people beat the piss out of him.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, because he's also an unorthodox striker and unorthodox grappler, like, fighting he will bring entertaining fights, whether he's on the winning or receiving end of them. So, like, you know, and yeah. And he poses a unique, weird threat at welterweight where he has all this athleticism. He has all this, like, range. So, yeah, if you can break through him, then, yeah, you belong in the top 10. You belong in the top 15. You have something that can get through, like, something that's very dynamic, you know?
Yeah. Makes sense. 2 more questions, real fast. Number 1. If Max Holloway retired today, where would he be in your all-time rankings?
Oh, boy. Where did I put him in my... Did I put him in my rankings?
Not in your top 10, but, like, in your top 15. Would he be a top 15?
I did put him in my top 10.
Aldo?
He's my number 7.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's beaten Dustin Poirier, finally.
Yeah.
Is he still top 10? Has he gotten in your top 5 range?
God, I'm looking at my top 5 right now, and I know if I put him ahead Jose Aldo, I'll never hear the end of it against you.
Yeah, you better shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely in my top 10. I have to think about because he's
Great.
still building up more. He's still doing
Yeah.
stuff, and and
Top
he's
10.
like I said, he keeps looking impressive. Like he's not really slowing down. I like what I'm seeing, and in the areas that he is slowing down in, he's picking up new skills. Like you said, he's not throwing 5, 10 hand strike combinations, but he's adding in kicking, which is like not something you just pick up. So
Yeah. Which I gotta say, dude, his hand speed against Dustin Poirier this fight was like, you were like, holy shit. He's fast as fuck. He was way faster than Dustin.
Yeah. But we've also talked about how Dustin is slow.
Slow as shit. Yeah. He's got slow hands. With this, does this knock Dustin out of your top 5 lightweight fighters of all time?
No.
Sick.
Because also Max has only just started his lightweight career, so
It's only
like
2 fights.
3.
But it's Justin
3.
and Dustin.
He's at 3. He fought Dustin for the interim at lightweight, which was
Oh,
also like a weird
right.
where he just kind of like, yeah, sure, I'll go up to
That's
lightweight,
right.
whatever.
Yeah, that's right. No, you're totally right. Yeah, so he is 2-1. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good call. Good call. Damn, man.
Yeah.
One of the best, I think the second best fight we've had this year in MMA.
Wait, you're putting the Josh Van and Brandon Royval ahead of it?
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to it when we get to our end of the year tiffies.
Yeah.
No, but a great fight. And up next, we've got, dude, coming this week, a really good card with Renier de Ritter and Robert Whittaker. We're gonna have to talk about that fucking fight, because, like, dude, Renier de Ritter, secretly a less buff Dricus Duplessis. Can Robert Whittaker turn back the clock and beat that dastardly foe? I don't know, man. I don't know. Exciting to see.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Wait, hold on. I got one question for you before we wrap up really quickly. Okay.
Lay it on me.
What did you think about this card and how they treated Dustin and like sending him off? Like, we've talked about how over the years the UFC has not done anything to like, put fighters in their hometown or even their home country. But since this was Dustin's last fight, they did it in his home state, his hometown, the home crowd there. And you can see like at the end, like all these fighters, rallying behind him, congratulating him, everything. So like, one, do you think the UFC did a good job in actually like giving something good to their fighters, like to promote this, and two, like, why don't we get more of this? Why has no other fighter had something like this?
Okay, well, let's answer number 2 first. One,
Okay.
I think a lot of fighters don't know they're going to retire until they retire. I think
fair.
a lot of them have the delusion of, if I win, I will keep going. And it's until I lose that I will quit.
Okay, that's
right?
fair. That's fair.
So, my thing is that. Number 1, which is, did I like it? Did I not? I love that they took it to Louisiana for him to fight. I love that they had a video package ready for him. Here's my thing. I watched that video package and I went, who are the big people talking in this video package? Volkanovski, Adesanya, Amanda Nunes, Anthony Lionheart, whatever, Smith. I was like, none of these people have real relations to Dustin Poirier. It would have been better if it was Khabib, Islam, Justin Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez, his like actual opponents. And I went, man, I wish you could have tried a little harder on the actual video package for him.
Yeah.
Because I'm glad you made a video package for him. It's super cool. It's better than the Stipe one where they fucking didn't have a video package for him and then they showed it at like
the Apex
11 a.m. the next fight card because it was in Shanghai. And you were like, what the fuck? Like, I appreciated it, but I was like, this is a good first step.
Yeah.
UFC. Right? Yeah. I also didn't super care for the video package, but like, it's so rare that you get a chance for a fighter to retire appropriately that I was grateful that they did it and did it in his hometown, and he got to go fight in Louisiana. That's super cool. When fucking Max Holloway says he's ready to retire, they better do it in Hawaii and not make him fight in fucking Utah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I thought it was very cool, but we're 75-80% the way there of like a real good package.
Right. Like, there's still a lot more to be done.
Yeah. Because, like, Tim Kruger was his first coach in MMA. And Tim Kruger fought in the UFC and actually fought on Tough. Tim Kruger was not part of his video package. Like, what the fuck is that? You know? Or like Eddie Alvarez or Justin Gaethje. Two of his, like, biggest foes. Quote-unquote foes. Max Holloway wasn't a part of that package.
Yeah.
Like, there should have been more of that. He killed Conor McGregor twice. His only trilogy in MMA was against Conor McGregor. Could they convince Conor to fight? No, but they could have at least showed in the package him killing Conor McGregor. That would have been nice.
They did show his wife running to the cage after he knocked him out, though, which I did.
Sure, but
I did like that was awesome.
They didn't show the knockout and him like flatlining him or breaking his fucking leg. Like
that would have been
fair. Nice. That's what I would have preferred, right? Like one of the best human beings in MMA to ever fight, and now we're going to lose him. And so now the soul of MMA has this void of wholesomeness and goodness and fighting for your community, and it's just going to be filled with crooked dick pics, man. You know what I'm saying? like you could have appreciated it a little bit more, but I do appreciate that they put some effort in. It wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well,
all right. Yeah, that was my question.
Yeah, this has been 2 Fight Fans. I'm on Fight Fan Stewart.
I'm the other Colin.
And dude, Dustin Poirier, an absolute set. Join us on Friday. Look, we celebrated Max Holloway beating Dustin Poirier, or mostly lamented it. But we've got the other good guy of the sport, Robert Whittaker, fighting Rainier de Ritter. He might lose. Come join us for picks this Friday, because Colin, surprise, we're making full picks for this upcoming card.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good, man.
All right.
No, look at it again. It is very good. It's a good one. And listen, Rainier de Ritter might beat our boy Bobby Knuckles. It's upsetting. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.